Hi, and welcome back to TNN. I'm Max.
Y mi nombre es Tanya.
Welcome, Titans, to our Thanksgiving episode. I'm here with Turkey Lurkey, and for this first segment, we're going to have some information about VEX Robotics.
So what kind of pathways are there for VEX Robotics?
So when you do VEX Robotics, you're in the engineering program, and in the engineering program you have your two entry-level engineering classes. You have IED and then POE, and then once you get through both of those, you can decide, and you can pick which ones you want to take, and you can decide on anything between civil engineering, and then there's digital electronics, which is electrical engineering. You have computer science, and our computer science program, or our computer science classes, do two of the courses in one. They do computer science 1 and computer science 2 in the same year and in the same class. And the difference, what they have in these two programs is you learn all different kinds of stuff about computers, from app building to basics of programming and stuff like that, and the basics of hardware and software. And then you have SIM, which is computer integrated manufacturing, and it's basically like a lot more. That's the closest you can get to a pure robotics class. And then we do have an actual robotics class where you just sit and you basically work on your robot for competition all year, and that's a lot of fun on that. And yeah, there's a lot of different stuff you can do with the engineering program. There's a lot of basically if you want to do any kind of engineering, there's that kind of engineering for a class. So it's really cool because you get to explore different kinds of engineering and see if you want to be an engineer, what kind of engineering you want to do. You know what I mean?
So what is it you do in VEX Robotics?
In VEX Robotics, we are given a competition for the year, and we work throughout the entire year to build a robot to achieve certain tasks.
What's an example of these tasks?
Last year's competition, Starstruck, we had a field with a fence that split the field in half. There were cubes and stars that you had to throw over this fence, and each one was worth a certain amount of points, depending on where they landed in the field.
And how is Collins as a whole doing on these competitions?
Collins is doing really well this year. We have had really good ranking with our teams this year. We've had a few teams that have ranked in the top 8. This last competition there were 25 teams. All of Collins' teams actually went to the finals of that competition. Good.
The Wednesday we come back from Thanksgiving break, we will be having a club day.
If you didn't know, the Pilgrims loved painting. They love art. And to celebrate that, we're going to talk about our wall murals here at school. Let's go to Ashland to learn more.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I'm here with Mr. B, our art teacher, and we're here to talk about the art murals. So, what do you think the art murals have an effect on the community?
Well, on the community, if we have events or parent-teacher conferences or anything where people from the outside are coming in our school, they walk down the hallways and they see these murals, so they understand that the students aren't just doing classwork. We're out in the hallways doing things. We have a mural going up the skate park in town, so we're kind of spreading outside the classroom and reaching out to the community. So it shows people on the outside that, well, this school is getting involved in the community, not just within the schools.
Do you think this will have a lasting effect on the community?
I would say so. Being that we started painting the skate park, we're already being asked to paint other parts of Shelby County, different areas, so we're already getting recognition, so that's good for the students here that are involved in it, and it shows the community and the town and the people that Collins is reaching out to the community to try to, bring in more attention to our school and to our students. It's been very enjoyable. The students that have been working at the skate park, they're super thrilled about that opportunity. We're getting recognized sometime in December for community work, so that's just a good recognition to have going into high school, graduating. After having a portfolio, it's always good to have something that you've done in the community.
Great, thank you. Great. So I'm here with Bethany, and she's one of the students working on the art mural. So why did you join the project?
It was more as just everything kind of looked drab, and I wanted to just fix up everything and make it look more interesting.
What's your favorite part about working with it?
Honestly, just watching my friends do some pretty funny stuff on the ramps and just making sure that they don't tip over paint cans in the process.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
This has been Emily and how our art students have been working in the community. For more information, talk to Mr. B in our Fine Arts Department.
Speaking of holidays, let's go with Katie and Mallory to learn more about our school calendar.
Hi, my name is Evelyn. And I'm Mallory. And today we'll be talking about the new calendar this year. And as you guys know that we have 2 weeks of fall break, winter break, and spring break. And we also have a shorter summer.
And we will also be interviewing students and teachers about their opinion.
Today we will be interviewing Miss Fleming. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so as you know that we have the new calendar this year, and we would like to ask you what do you feel about the new calendar?
I actually like the new calendar. As an administrator, I do like it for those same reasons. I feel like for kids who may need a little more help or who need a little more time on a topic, it gives them the opportunity. It also can cut down on some of our summer school numbers because it allows kids to work on things throughout the year in a more formal fashion.
Would you like any changes to be made in the calendar?
As an administrator, my only change I would ever like to see is it's a long time between breaks in the spring. So we have like one holiday maybe in February and then we don't get a break until April. And I feel like that's a very long time for adults and for kids because in the fall we get a break almost every 4 weeks. So that's just a long time. I think everybody's kind of mentally exhausted by the beginning of April at that point. So if there's any way to kind of add in another break, maybe at the beginning of March or at the end of February, I think that would be cool. But other than that, I'm fine with it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is Bianca. What do you think about the longer breaks but shorter summer?
I like the longer breaks because it feels like almost every month we have time off from school, but I don't like the short summer because it feels like we don't have much time to do any things that we wanted to do. And honestly, I feel like the calendar last year was better than this one.
Okay, thank you. Okay, this is Carlos and I'll be interviewing him. ¿Qué crees tú si te gusta el descanso de otoño, primavera? ¿Te gusta que está largo, pero nuestro descanso de verano está más corto? ¿Te gusta eso?
Pues yo pienso que no importa lo corto que sea, pues lo que importa es que son descansos, ¿verdad? Que puedes divertirte y salir a cualquier lado que quieras.
Ok, gracias.
I didn't really prepare for this part of TNN, so I'm just gonna wing it. Let's go to the Da Vinci Society.
Hi, I'm Reggie.
And I'm Bianca.
You may not know what the Da Vinci Society is yet,
but we're about to tell you everything you don't know.
The Da Vinci Society is a new pathway based on the existing art classes at Collins. The school is piloting this program in hopes that other schools around the state will adopt a similar program of their own. I'm Graham, here with the band director, Mr. Osborne. So what do you think this pathway has to offer for students here?
I think this pathway gives the opportunity that students can excel in the arts, that they can take their talents and they can use it as something to better themselves, and they can get ready for college, since we're all about college and career readiness. So the fact that our district is choosing to honor the arts and make that an arts pathway is great.
And why would a student want to take it?
Why would a student want to do it? If they're passionate about the arts, they can participate in band, they can participate in choir, they can participate in things such as musical theater that can actually be part of their career. So it's great that they can be a part of those things and be exposed to all elements of the arts.
Is it true that you don't have to be a student in the pathway to participate in the performance at the end of the year?
So that's correct. Students can participate in any of the pathways. It could be like the biomed pathway or the agricultural pathway, for instance, or nursing. And they may decide that they want to participate in the Da Vinci Society, which is acting kind of like the National Honor Society. But they can still be in another pathway, and they could still be a part of the Da Vinci Society. That's correct.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bianca, and we're here with Bethany. So Bethany, tell us, what were your first impressions on the Da Vinci Society?
Well, when I was first hearing about the Da Vinci Society, it was a really cool aspect for me because I've been participating in band for the past 2 years of high school, and it was just something where I could actually have a career pathway in that.
And what are your end goals for this pathway?
Well, I hope to be inducted into the Da Vinci Society's inaugural year, and then I hope to pursue musical theater as a career, actually. So I'm going to leave Collins and go to college and major in musical theater. So that's my end goals for my pathway.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
HOSA night is on Thursday, November 30th from 6 to 8:30 in the Performing Arts Center. So make sure you come for that.
A lot of people would be thankful if you were an organ donor. So let's go to Nyla to learn how you can become one.
Hey guys, I'm Nyla Smith, and today I'll be interviewing Mrs. Howell and a couple others in regards to the Organ Donation Registry campaign. I'm here with Mrs. Howell, the advisor of HOSA. So Mrs. Howell, how did you all come up with this?
The organization over organ donation in Kentucky, the Kentucky Organ Donation Alliance, or CODA, contacted HOSA chapters across the state in order to get our help to get as many registrants on the waiting list as possible. So there's actually a reward for us depending on how many registrants we can get and other campaign-based activities, so putting up bulletin boards, posters, social media campaigns, anything we can do to get the word out about organ donation.
And what's the importance of this cause?
It's a hugely important cause because every 10 minutes someone's name is added to the organ donation waiting list, and 20 people die every day waiting for an organ. So there's way more people on the waiting list for organs than there are potential donors, so we need to get as many names on that list as possible. To add, some personal significance to that, Mr. Todd Stevens, the ag teacher, he was an organ donor recipient, so he can tell you how important that is. Our principal, Dr. Joe Ellison, donated some bone marrow, so it's a cause that hits close to home, and it's very important for saving lives.
Thank you. Hi, I'm here with Emma, the Vice President of HOSA. So Emma, what are some myths about organ donating?
One myth would be that they don't just come and tear your organs out. They're going to do it in a respectful manner, so you're still going to be able to have an open casket funeral. Another myth would be if you are in a life-threatening situation, the doctors are still going to try just as hard to save you.
And how can we promote this cause?
You can promote it by signing up with HOSA. Until November 29th, you can come to us with a license and we can sign you up to be an organ donor, and then you can tell your friends about it. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Emma. Hi, I'm here with Mr. Stevens, the ag teacher here at Collins. So, Mr. Stevens, as a kidney recipient, what's your story?
Well, as a very young child, I was diagnosed with diabetes. And after about 10 years of having diabetes, I developed kidney disease as a result of the diabetes. So I have been a diabetic for basically about 30 years. And 20 years of that 30 years, I've had kidney disease as well. So my kidneys declined pretty rapidly, my kidney function, back last year. And the doctors told me that I was going to have a kidney transplant or go on dialysis. So while I was waiting on a kidney to become available, I was on dialysis for about 6 months. And I kind of have a special circumstance. My sister and I were basically a complete match. And because of that, my sister decided that she was going to give me a kidney. And so we scheduled our surgery. Everything lined up perfectly. And on June 1st, I got a new kidney. So my sister only has one kidney now, but I'm fortunate enough to have 3. And if I would have had to wait for a deceased donor to match up with me to give me a kidney, I would have had to wait 3 to 5 years on average, which means that I most likely would have died before I would have gotten a kidney.
And for those who are on the fence of becoming a donor, what would you say to them?
What I would say, especially, if you're thinking about becoming a deceased donor, The big thing that becoming a deceased donor allows for you and your family is for you to live on through somebody else. So if you're thinking about that, that's one of the big things. One deceased person can give a liver, 2 kidneys, a heart, their eyes. There are several parts of the body that can be donated that you can allow somebody else to have a successful, happy life without the complications that arise from not, having those parts in your body. As far as living donation, which is what I received, a living donation from my sister, most everybody has 2 kidneys. And so you only really need one to survive, and that's something to think about.
If you're interested in becoming an organ donor, you can sign up at lunch or with Mrs. Howell in room 532. Bye!
On Monday, December 4th, there will be an orchestra concert at 7.
Hi, I'm Jake Wofford. I'm Wes Sarakowski. I'm Max. I'm Mr. Powell. Today we are going to make you a little sad with a challenge. With a challenge. Over 400 less fortunate families are served by the Serenity Center, and most cannot afford the basic necessities needed for everyday life, let alone this winter. That's why we are here today. That's why we are here today, to challenge you, to help us donate to the less fortunate this holiday season. All you need is a decorated shoebox containing hats, scarves, gloves, or mittens, toothbrushes, shampoo, any small non-perishable items, and together, let's beat last year's donations of 473. Do this, and you won't have to see Wes's annoying face on TNN ever again. Wait, what? Ever again.
Okay, let's beat last year's donations of 473.
Thank you all.
So, thank you and happy holidays.
And happy holidays.
And happy holidays.
This past week, me and Max walked around the school asking people who they're thankful for. So let's take a look.
I am thankful for Mr. Brown because he started Collins when I started Collins, and so we kind of done the theater department together since my 8th grade year, and he's really made our theater department what it is today, and he's kind of shaped me as an artist and as an actor and a person as well. So thank you, Mr. Brown.
I'm always thankful for my students. It's my favorite part of school, is coming to work and knowing that the people here love me and I love them. I'm particularly thankful though for all the students who wished me happy birthday this year. I love birthdays, and I had so many students this year write me letters and come and sing me happy birthday in the hallway and in my class. And I know that Jacob Heisel particularly got that going. And that, of course, made me cry. You guys know I cry at everything. But it just made me feel really special. And the students here just really make me feel like I'm making a difference and I'm doing a good job.
Hola a todos, soy Miss Pescar y estoy agradecida por especialmente Miss Crook y Mr. Allison, también Mr. Young, Miss Fleming y Mr. Jepson por todo su apoyo este año en mi primer año aquí en Collins.
I'm really thankful for the people that work here at Collins. I think that we're really fortunate as a school because we have a beautiful school, and I don't think that high school is necessarily like this high school. I think we're exceptional, so I'm really thankful for the school, but I'm really thankful for our administrators and this counseling office. I'm really grateful for the counselors here, and especially Miss Purdom, she's amazing. And I'm thankful for my girls squad. You all know who you are. And most importantly though, I'm really thankful for the kids. My job would cease to exist if it wasn't for the kids. So I think we have awesome students, and I love that I get to work with them every day. And you guys are diverse, you're fun, you're spirited, you're everything. And so I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm really, really thankful for the kids.
I'm thankful for my advanced PE class. They are a bunch of good guys. They love to play basketball, and so they're good people.
I am thankful for my folks for always supporting me in the decisions I made. Even though a lot of those decisions probably weren't something they would agree with, they still allow me to go out and kind of try the things I wanted to do, go the places I wanted to go, and just allow me to live my life the way I wanted to live. So thank you for my folks.
I'm thankful for Miss Howell because she does so much for us in and out of the classroom. She prepares so many things for our labs, and she helps with college stuff, and we just love her so much.
I'm thankful for Miss Purdom because she's always there when I need something, and she always has candy, and she's a great person in general.
December the 7th, the junior class ring ceremony will be happening in the PIC at 6:30, so be sure to show up.
Attention! Stay tuned to learn some about KYA.
Every year, the Kentucky YMCA conducts the Kentucky Youth Assembly at the Crown Plaza in Louisville, Kentucky, and the Kentucky State Capitol Building in Frankfort, Kentucky. The students in the Martha Lane Collins Y Club will leave to attend KYA Sunday, December 3rd, and they will return Tuesday, December 5th. I have gotten the honor to interview Callie Aiken and Jacob Sponnell on their experiences with KYA.
Hey guys, today I am here with Callie Aiken, and she's going to tell us a little bit about KYA. So what is KYA?
KYA is the Kentucky Youth Assembly.
And what does KYA mean to you?
KYA is super important to me. I've been a Y kid since day one, and those conferences are kind of like my home that I get to go back to.
That's cool. How many times have you been to KYA, and what were your roles each time?
I've been to KYA 4 times. My first 2 times I was a bill sponsor. My 8th grade year I was a candidate for presiding officer, and then I went back this year to serve at a middle school KYA as a presiding officer.
That's really cool. Do you plan on attending this year's KYA?
I do.
Guys, so the next interview today is with Jacob Sponnell on his view on KYA. So what is KYA?
That's the Kentucky Youth Assembly.
And what does KYA mean to you?
It's another home away from home, someplace I can act like somebody else but still lead me.
And how many times have you been to KYA, and what were your roles?
2 times. I was a parliamentarian the first time and a bill sponsor the second time.
And do you plan on attending this year's KYA?
No, I had prior engagement that doesn't allow me to go this year.
Sign-ups to KYA this year have already passed, but if you're interested in going to KYA next year, talk to Mr. Graham, room 226. And that's it for this TNN segment.
Thank you all for watching this Thanksgiving edition of TNN. I'm Max.
Y mi nombre es Tanya.
Adios.
Adios, amigos.